Okay, I guess we can start now. A very warm welcome to everyone. We are in the next iteration of our web development session. And in this session, if you are new, so let me tell you that we cater to all the problems and I try to resolve all most of the queries that you guys have regarding the web development or any other field, like how to start writing resume, how to get referrals, and how to exactly be on to the industry side. Because right now, as you are in the college, so there are some things that you don't know and you are yet to explore in the industry or in the internships manner. So this particular meet is for all the resolution of that queries, so you don't have to be hesitant about any question, be it stupid or anything. No question is stupid at all. You can just spill your heart out right here. And just like I have already got one question, so it is a really nice question. The question was, is web development used in any applications? So the answer is no, because as you can see that in mobile apps, it consists of the word apps. So that's why we use app development in mobile applications and not web development. Web development is specifically for making websites, which will be used to see in web browsers. So the main thing why we chose web development over app development, or most of the people they are preferring, is because of two reasons. First reason is that web development is browser friendly, be it Chrome, Safari, Opera, any browser. If you have made a website, it can be opened in any of the situations or any of the browsers. Unlike to app developments, you might have seen that there are some apps which are only opened in iOS, whereas some are only available in Android. So there is a restriction or a dependence of OS, the mobile OS. So that's why we are preferring web development or websites, so that most of the people they have a wide area of crowd which are coming to their website, and the traffic is increasing on their end. So yeah, that's the main advantage, or that's the main reason why we are preferring web development. Second is like the starting or the learning curve of web development is very easy as compared to Swift or Flutter if you go on to the app development side, because you might have already learned HTML in classes 5 to 6 like I had, but I didn't know how to apply it. So yeah, you already have a base on that, and it's really easy. First you have to start with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, which becomes your front end part. Then comes a little bit difficult, but not so, like the backend section. Like if you are preferring Python, so you can use Django. Otherwise, if you are preferring Java language, then you can skip on to Node.js, and similarly like that. And one more important component is the database. For example, SQL or NoSQL databases, so that you get to know that how you are storing the information of the users who are coming onto your website, and how to process those informations. So yeah. And okay, another question. What is the roadmap for getting a referral for Mang or Fang companies? First, you have to make sure, yeah, and that your DSA is absolutely perfect. Uh, I would recommend lead code easy medium. Not some questions of hard difficulty, but yeah, if you have covered mostly the easy and medium section, that is really good enough. And then you have to see like for you have to learn for until databases called graphs. So yeah, that will be the first step. Next step will be to build awesome projects. Try to collaborate in open source contributions as well. As you know, there are really awesome fests like Hacktoberfest. If you are a beginner, so there are big beginner friendly hackathons also. So you can try making projects with your team or even by yourself via contributing. So that will be the main section if you want to get a referral, and then you have to build your resumes, and you even have to showcase that yeah, I have achieved so and so things, which could include code chef, lead code rankings, and even if you have won something in the hackathon, or if you are a campus ambassador like GitHub or even Google DSC, so on. So yeah, without further ado, let us start with our session for today. So my name is Aayush Parashar. So if you are new here, so let me introduce myself once again. Yeah, for the agenda, I'll start with my brief introduction. Then is the industrial experience. So today's session is really important because most of the people they were asking like how to step into the internships world or how to step into the industrial experience because we are in college right now and we definitely or we eagerly want to start working as an intern or anything like we have to get collaborating with the outside world. So here I will share my experience and some things that you can note down if you want to get into a good company, a good internship, so on. We'll continue with the Q&As like always, and then we'll end our session with reviews and feedbacks. So yeah, starting with the introduction. My name is Ayush Parashar. I am a software engineer at Ciena currently. So I am fluent in web development, databases, and cloud computing. So here's my LinkedIn ID if you want to connect with me or even ask something outside the session. If you got to ask some questions and you are not, well, you are shy enough to ask here, so you can just personally ping me and there will be a one-to-one conversation among us. Yeah. Next is fourth. Huh. So the main section of today's web development meet is this industrial experience. So what is it in the outside world and why there is a gap between what we are studying in the college and what we are experiencing in the outside world. So we have created our own pond or our own well in which we only gather information or we interact with the college students or even faculties, but in reality, there is a huge wide world outside our colleges, respective colleges, that is known as the industry, be it IT industry, mechanical industry, as per your particular streams or your particular preferences. So I'll be catering most of the IT section right now because I am a part of that. But yeah, similar learnings can be projected to your respective industry fields also. So let us start with this. So here are some predictions like how to find it, um, what to do when we are actually being an intern or we are actually selected in that particular company, and what will be the post industry training like. Now I have completed my internship for 6 months or 1 year. Now I have to go back into my college. So how can I apply all the knowledge in my college so that I could just stand out of the crowd, and I could even make in the faculty realize that yeah, I am a suitable candidate for even a PPO or a good campus placements also. So you will be in the limelight, and most of the faculties will support you or even help you and back you in the most important part of the college phase, that is the placement session. So yeah, most of the campuses have their own placement officers and placement what we say, the organizations or committees, so you can take part into that because you have already got a experience of industry and you are already being an intern in such a reputed company. So you will always get a brownie point in that, and that will help you in getting a actual or full-time opportunity as well. So let us start. Before that, let me check. Your first answer satisfied me. Please guide for the second one. Acha, okay, so there was a next question. Is the relation is over or not? If not, then what layman student should get for getting a job? Fortunately, yeah, in India, we haven't got into a recession mode right now, but yeah, some countries all across the world are into recession right now. Like recently, I had heard that Germany and most of the part of UK is in recession. So, yeah, there are two options. If you are trying to find a job in India, then there is a good news that there is not so much layoffs or cutoff, or yeah, there is competition in getting a job, but it is several times more better in terms of if you are fighting for a job in UK or even in USA, part of USA. So yeah, if you are aiming for an Indian job, so you are at the right moment, and if you have the necessary skills, then absolutely you can get a job. And believe me, there is no job crunch. Each and every person, if they are valuable enough and if they are skillful enough, they will definitely get a job. Else, you have a great option of starting a startup or becoming an entrepreneur. So even the government of India, they are helping a lot of entrepreneurs or budding startup agents to um, like boost their careers and boost their startups. And there is something called a bootstrap session, and then in that, you, even if you have an idea and not an actual working software or actual working product, you can still get paid, and it is called seed funding. So you can still get it. And if you are trying to get a remote job in other parts of the world, so yeah, that will be difficult because of two reasons. First is the primary reason, like they are actually trying to get their indigenous people, that the people they are working here, there only. They are giving a preference to them. Um, as compared to the remote jobs, because remote jobs have some disadvantages, like yeah, the one-to-one connections, and uh, there are some things that are pretty much explained easily if you are facing them. But yeah, that are the only two options right now, considering recession. So you have to first make up your mind, like where do you want to apply, what mode, will it be work from office, work from home, or a hybrid section. So the difficulty will be respectively. And okay, next question is how to be value or skill. The first part to aim for will be the particular section in which you want to get skill. Like for example, if you want to become a software developer, the first thing would be what will be the programming language that you want to excel, be it Java, C++, Python. There is no particular preference, it is just up to you, which do you sync with or which do you connect with more. For example, like I started with C++, but then I skipped on to the Java because it was more adaptable and it was more in sync with me. And currently, I am a software engineer in Java itself. So yeah, you can start with that. Secondly, you have to revise the concepts again and again. It is not like that you have just taught yourself or learned some language in 11th and 12th, and till the time you die you have all the knowledge intact. This is not the case. You have to regularly revise it. You have to regularly evaluate it via lead code or any other softwares like that. Or second would be to build more and more projects, because you will be considered skilled and valuable if you have something to showcase. If you don't have, then you it will be just your word against them. So yeah, if you have something to back that skill, so that will be really appreciable in the resume itself and in the interview session also. I'm still in confusion what to choose. No worry, you have a lot of time. You can start with one thing. If you don't like it, you can simply jump as soon as possible, because I think that it takes about a month or three to get into the habit of working, and you know the answer that are you working or are you liking the work or not. So yeah, you have pretty much a lot of time. All the college years is just for exploring itself. So you can start working as a game development with your friend, and if you don't like, you can skip on to data analysis. If not, then software engineering and so on. So there is no time crunch for you right now. The only thing is that you have to evaluate yourself, that are you good in that, and are you really liking the work that you are doing. So that will be the only thing right now. Sorry, let us continue. So the first thing is how to find it, how to find the industry experience, and how to exactly find the right internship for you. And be it any type of competition, how can you stand out of the crowd. So yeah, first is the ways of applying. So the first thing would be to just randomly search your connections, like in your families or anything, if they are in a good position. So yeah, I know there are a lot of things like you can't be biased and all, but yeah, if you want to get a safety net at first, so you can simply apply via your relations or your connections. So in the end everyone is working as a connection to some person or another, so you have to start there. If not, if by chance you are a lone wolf in your own family, like you are the first person who are actually getting into the IT field or respective field, and you are setting an example for everyone, so the next will be for applying for or asking for referrals. The primary source would be LinkedIn. You can simply message someone if you have a LinkedIn Gold subscription or like that. Yeah, like I really want to work in so and so company, and I have been following their work, and the work is in sync with my abilities. So I think that I will be a right fit in that particular area, be it data analysis, software engineering, or particular section. Do not write vague answers or vague messages like, yeah, I am very good in studying, so that's why I want to apply in this organization because it is really profit making. So no one will even reply to that message. But if you get into the detail, like I have started working in Python from class 12th, and I am really into data analysis, and I have analyzed, or I have even worked with Kaggle and open source contributions, and I have so and so projects to back me out. So then there will be a good chance of getting a reply and even a referral. So the objective of getting a referral is to get out of the screening portion of the resumes, because yeah, if you are into the screening round, so you have to compete with around 1000 to 2000 people. But yeah, if you have got a referral, so you are immediately getting into the level 2 instead of getting stuck at level 1. So out of 2000, you are among the people who are in the top 100, so you will get directly into the interview round. Referral doesn't mean that you have actually got the job. It means that you have skipped on to level 1, and you have got a safe landing at the level 2, and then you have to start your journey, or you have to start the actual getting the internship or full-time opportunity right from there. So yeah, second first point was following your connections. Second was applying for a referral. Third is that you can even write to the HR of particular company via email, saying that if you have any jobs related to this field, I think that I will be a good candidate. So I can even start as an intern and not as a full-time opportunity, because most of the HR guys, they are trying to find an intern due to some obvious facts, like yeah, interns don't get the, what do you say, the insurance part and everything, like EPF, PPF, anything like that. So yeah, you can start with intern, and then you have to showcase that yeah, I am a good candidate for converting that internship into a full-time opportunity. But that is ways to go, and that is the later part of the section. So that was part one, which said that how to find it. I'll just skim through if you have any question regarding that. How much are you earning? I don't think that I should answer it right now or here. But yeah, I think there is no other question apart from this. Okay, let us continue. Second is, while you are experiencing it, how do you stand out of the crowd? Let's assume that you have successfully got a referral and you have actually become an intern in your reputed company, your company that you desire to work in. So you are inside it, inside the company, and this is day one of your internship or even your full-time opportunity if you are good enough. So how to stand out then? Because see, you have no prior industry knowledge. Still you want to showcase that yeah, I am a good candidate and I will be a perfect fit for this company for days to go and not just for a short period of time. So for that you have to start from somewhere. You have to get the perfect beginning. So how to make that? First will be that the first, I think, 4 to 5 weeks are called the induction week, or in this you will get to know what are the softwares that they are using, how they are using, what are the programming languages that they are using. There can be two options: either you already know that particular language by heart, so that is exceptionally good for you. Otherwise you have to start from the scratch, For example, if I am learning Java and the product or the thing they are working it is in Python language. So it is my duty. It is not their duty, and they won't even care. But it is your duty to start from the scratch and learn Python by heart, and even the most fundamental things like what is dictionary. So you have to learn it by yourself, and then you have to say that, yeah, in the first 1 or 2 weeks, I have completed so and so section. So I think that I am confident enough to work in that particular product in which you are working. So please let me be a part of this scrum group. It is called a scrum group. So let me be a part of it, and then I can really show the people that yeah, I have learned this language, and it is now time to apply it. How to make most of it? So you are working as an intern not just to complete the work that they are assigning you. You are also there to network and build connections that will be working for you even after you have completed the internship after the 6 months or 1 year period. So you have to see that you are connecting with them not only professionally but as a on a personal level, so that they know that, yeah, this person has exceptionally professional skills but also some personal skills, like, yeah, he is amicable, he is ready to adapt, and he can work in a positive environment and give positive aura to the working section or the working group in which he or she is a part of. So yeah, you have to make sure that you are kind of an all-rounder, not just in the academic section but also in overall development there. Third point would be that they are surely analyzing you, and at the end of the internship, there will be a review section, the review session, in which they will analyze you, they will rate you, and they will even see that whether you are capable enough to get a full-time opportunity or not. But that goes other way around too. That means that they are analyzing you, but you have to also analyze the company, whether what is its culture, and how do they treat their employees. Is it even working friendly or not? So you have to see all these things, and you have to create a checklist out of it. You have to rate the company as well, and you have to see that, say, you are if you are getting a full-time opportunity, so you are um, spending a entire good amount of time of the day in that particular company. So it is bound to be natural that you have to see that the workplace that you are choosing is a good fit or not. No one would be readily accepting a job in which they are being cruel to you, or they are torturing you, and that is affecting you physically, mentally, emotionally. So that is not a good place ideally. So you have to start with a checklist. You have to see that, yeah, uh, this is good in so and so fields, and then you have to make a decision, like how to make the most of it, and if you are even ready to continue in this workplace, or do you want to just get the skills and experience and move on to some other company. So that will be part two of industrial experience. Coming on to the third section, for example, you have completed your training section and you have even started, you had contributed in the project, and everyone is good with you, and they said that, yeah, right now you are a college student. As soon as you complete your graduation or undergraduation, we will contact you with a pre-placement opportunity, or even we will see that you get into the company's touch via HR or anything like that. But now you have to continue and resume your studies. So that will be the post industry training. So in my college, there was a particular industrial report that I had to make, in which it was saying that which company did you join, what was the impact that you made. Uh, ex- 1 minute. Yeah, sorry about that. So as I was saying, the post industry training. So in my college, there I was supposed to bring an industrial report in which there were particular sections like which was the company that I worked for, what was the project I was working, and how did I create an impact in that. So it was, I think, 15 to 18 pages long, and it had everything like the demo of the project that I did, what was the impact, what was the tenure that I was spending there, and what did I gain from it, explaining everything from A to Z. After that, I had to see that, yeah, if I have gained some industry knowledge, how to apply that in my college, so that even the faculties and even I could evaluate myself that, yeah, I had actually gotten a good internship opportunity and I had made the most out of it. So that will be the post industry training things that I had to have to do, and how to follow up. Like, even if you have completed the internship, the people that you had made connections with will be still in your, I would say, LinkedIn connection, Instagram connections, or any type of that. So you have to follow up with those guys. It is not like that the day you have ended your internship, you have severed the ties with them. So it is your duty to either follow up with the greetings or anything like, yeah, I had really had good time learning opportunities and even skills that I have got by working on to the projects that you gave me. So it was a wonderful opportunity. I would recommend you, I would say that, yeah, I would be recommending my friends to get in touch with this company because this has such a great culture and respect to all the workers. So yeah, and this means that you actually care for that job, and that will motivate them to connect with you even after the internship is has gotten over. So that makes a good impression on them. And yeah, if you do a good deed, so it will be actually replicating in the universe and you will actually be gaining something from that. So yeah, even if you are thinking about that, so that will be also a good uh, thing to do. So this will be all the deeds that you do start from, right from starting to find it to getting the opportunity, and then even after the opportunity got ended and you are back to the college, so you have to apply all the knowledge that you have gained, so that you can see or you can actually evaluate yourself by those industrial experiences that you have got. So I guess like in my college, there was two industry experiences that I had to do. Well, it was bound to happen. One was in third year, and second one was in fourth year. The fourth year was of 3 to 6 months because yeah, you have actually a lot of things like placement sessions, and you have to work actually getting graduated. So yeah, the primary focus was on the third year. But yeah, similarly, every other college has their own criteria. So you have to see about that. So you have to see about that yourself. I'll be waiting for 5 to 10 minutes if you have any questions about all this industry experience, and if you have any question regarding to that. And yeah, I'll be happy to answer it right now. I don't know that if you are able to turn on the microphone, so the right opportunity will be for writing all the questions that you want your resolution in the chat section. Okay, share your thoughts on data science. So I think my first thing was to differentiate. See, there is one data science, then there is data analysis, and then there is data management. So you have to see that if you are asking for data science, are you actually interested in data science, or is it something like data analysis, but you don't even know the difference between them? Because most of the people, they have their this type of queries. So yeah, first you have to see whether you are actually interested in data science or data analysis or data management. These three are separate things, and yeah, there will be some overlap, but the working of data science is actually a lot more different than analysis. So data science means that you have already got some information, and you don't have the raw information. The data analysis team has actually processed those informations, and then you have to do, and the data science guys, they have actually to process those information into your own respective fields. For example, if there's a pharmaceutical company, so I've got, and they have got the raw information of all the patients through, for example, in Delhi state, or MP state, or anything like that. So they have gathered all the raw information, they have processed it, and now it is your time. As a data scientist, you have to process it into making some analysis, like what is the drug that is being most used by this particular state or this particular group of people. What will be it catering, and how do we evaluate or efficiently make those drugs. And then you have to even see that how will be the processing and the logistics unit be doing. So that will be it is a really tedious job, but yeah, really high paying job, and it will be converting all the necessary information that you have into the application field. And matlab, you will be having a good day if you are being selected as a data scientist. Data science means that you have to process all the thing, like process the data, whereas data analysis means that you have to analyze the raw information and make it into a information that makes sense towards the rest of the guys, either by analyzing it in graphical interpretations, or even some presentations or something like that. So you have to actually see that which field do you want, and then you have to start with that. And the good thing is that both data science as well as data analysis are primarily working on Python language. So if you have a good hold in that, so you can easily switch between the jobs of data science and data analysis. As I had already told you that there is some overlap, but yeah, it is up to you. Is data structures important for job? Absolutely. This was my first sentence in the starting of the class. Like, if you want to apply into Mang or Fang type companies, so the basic or the fundamental thing would be to polish yourself in data structures and algorithms, because 9 out of 10 companies will be judging you on this particular criteria only. Next would be the matlab, soft skills and your presentation skills, or even your interview skills, but that is a next part. If you don't qualify in the DSA section, then you won't be able to go on to the next part and be evaluated there. So in my opinion, data structure and algorithm is the most important part if you want to aspire a career in IT section, be it software developer or even data analysis, something like that. But yeah, if you want to become a web developer, then it takes a backseat, and the data structures and algorithms are not so important because they are focusing on the skills, like you are actually building the websites. So if you are really good in web development, then I would say that yeah, being not so good or being average in DSA would be a good option too. I am from first year AI and data science. Can you give me a roadmap for the next 4 years? Yeah, for the first year, you have to basically chill out. There is no some pressure you have to take right from the first year. But yeah, you have to see that you are starting to work on Python as a programming language, and you're getting to know the fundamentals. What are the data structures being used, and why are we using Python? Because see, Python is really intuitive language, because most of the things they are parallel to the English language. So you have to see that instead of just cramming all the information, like how do we swap something or how do we sort something, you have to actually see that why we are doing this and how I can implement it in a different way. So you have to regularly revise, as well as try to tweak something in that. The next thing would be, as I said, that start working in hackathons and even in open source contributions. If you are starting to do this, that will be replicated in your resume itself, and that will be really beneficial for you as well. what an IT company expects from a fresher. So see, the companies do not expect that you are a master in the product that they are using, because see, and the product a company is making, for example, Google is making a product like Google Meet. So they don't even expect that you know everything about what is the presentation audio button doing, how do we switch it on or off or something like that. They only expect that you know the basics and the fundamentals of data structures and algorithms. You are enthusiastic in working, so there's see, you are a fresher, so there is bound to have some expectations in enthusiasm, agility, and dynamism as compared to the folks that have the experience of 15 to 18 years. So you will be surpassing them in this particular criteria. Like, you can be easily agile, and you can, I think that you can multitask in two things at once without even getting to pressurize yourself, because as a youngster or as a fresher, there is some enthusiasm or there is a zeal in you. So most companies, they try to attract that part, and they evaluate in that part only. If you are good in something, matlab good in fundamentals, and you are actually enthusiastic in converting those knowledge into the application in the field that the product is made, the particular company product is made. So I think that is more than enough. Okay, so I think there are no more questions for now. Moving on. So, experience sharing corner. If you have any experience, I don't think that this is the right platform right now, because I think most of the people are in second or first year. But yeah, if you have already got some experience in the industry, so you can share it right now so that you can even motivate others, and they could also get to know that, yeah, even among the audience right now, there are some people who are really enthusiastic, and they are actually working, they have actually worked in the industry. So you this is the moment, if you want to create a connection or if you want to make someone motivate, so you can just simply add it in the chat right now. Till the time, I can also iterate my, like in third year, my industrial training was in a company which was actually doing web development. So I started with JavaScript, because see, JavaScript has a lot of packages. So I in the first or second week only, I was trying to evaluate or even tweak something in JS Fiddle. So they had given me a code with there was a diagram package in JavaScript, so they asked me to just play with it and see how do they use that. So it was a annotation tool, like if you just input any PDF or something, so it will find out the keywords in that PDF, and it will try to annotate it. Like, for example, if there is a sentence called "I live in Delhi," so it will annotate "I" and Delhi, and there will be a connection with this, which will be saying that lives in or accommodation, so something like that. So, and it was completely automated, there was no particular person who was doing it, so it was completely done by JavaScript. So it really helped us, saving a lot of time. For example, after the input of the PDF, the output, um, they were just seeing the keywords, and they were just they don't even care about the rest of the stuff. They were just seeing that what are the annotations that they are using, and right from that annotation itself, they started to process all the information. And, so yeah, it was a really tedious task to annotate it and even see, uh, even scan the inputs being words or something like that. But yeah. And in my fourth year, it was a pre-placement opportunity that I have got. So it was a consulting company, but yeah, as a software engineer. So I started with all the products that they use for, be it time expenses and even in cloud infrastructure also. So I had worked a little bit in cloud sector also, primarily Azure, because that company was in close collaboration with Microsoft. So most of the things that they were using was a Microsoft only. That's why I jumped into Azure. It was really new to me because I had some industry experience about GCP, but I had no experience whatsoever in Azure. So this was also a good training for me. And yeah, after that I had got certifications in Azure also. So that also helped me. I think, yeah, that was enough for experience sharing. I don't know if I have got any questions like that. Can we expect grabbing jobs from the third year? Not full-time opportunities in the third year, but yeah, you can exceptionally get good internships. Even my friend got an internship via Flipkart Grid, I think 2.0 or 3.0 in third year itself. So that was a great internship because he was getting 1 lakh per month as an intern and not as a full-time opportunity. So yeah, if you aim good and you have a dream company, you can even start getting good rupees in internship only. But yeah, that's it. And pre-placement opportunity will be a very good thing if you are in a fourth year, because as soon as you graduate or you have done your undergraduation, there is a fixed job that is waiting for you, and you already have some connections in that. So it will be not a new experience, it will be just a familiar concept, so you will be um, gelling in it quite comfortably. What is the CGP, good CGP for placement? There is no particular criteria like, but yeah, I think there is a particular threshold. Like some companies want that if you have CGP greater than 6 or 7, then only you can even come to that particular placement. So yeah, you have to see that you are getting the bare minimum. That is, it depends really upon the company. Some have the threshold as 6, some have their threshold as 7, but some good companies like fan companies, they don't even care about the CGPA, as long as you can clear their rounds of DSA and even the skill evaluations or something like that. So you have to see that what is your company that you are dreaming or aiming for, and what are the particular criteria for that particular placement. Can you do freelancing work after learning Azure? I don't think just by learning Azure, because see, if you are aiming to get a freelancing job, so you will be working in their infrastructure and the cloud infrastructure that will be in production and not the sandbox or a development phase. So I don't, malab, it is up to the company if they are ready to give the production server to some freelancers. So that will be a good opportunity for you. But most of the people, they think that the people that are in house, that and they will be good in cloud infrastructure because of the security aspects and uh, data to prevent data leaks and all. Any CGP need for placement? I think I have already covered this. Can you suggest me any project ideas, please? I am BTech semester student, semester 5. I have to submit in college. There are really good GitHub repositories, even websites that are and just telling you the ideas, or they are motivating you to copy some code, like yeah, if you can make Instagram clone, Amazon clone, so that will be a good full-fledged project for I think of the level of fourth year student, third or fourth year student. So you can start with cloning your favorite sites, but not just cloning them, not just copy pasting the code, but if you want to try to tweak something. For example, if you are cloning Amazon, so you can see how can the how can you tweak the, what we say, the review section of the, so that it could find that yeah, so and so reviews are genuine and they are not fake reviews. So you have to see, or you have to recommend something for that. So I think that will be a good practice for you. In placement depends on CGPA or knowledge. See, if you are targeting on-campus placements, I think CGPA holds it has a better hold than knowledge. But yeah, if you are aiming off campus, so off campus placement do not care about CGPA. They only care about the coding round and all the rounds. They, you have to clear each and every round, and then only you can get off campus placement. But yeah, on campus is really relatively easier because of the number of candidates. It is less as compared to off campus, so there will be a less competition. Secondly, if you are in CSE, so there are some companies who do not let mechanical and even civil engineers to get into the on-campus placement opportunities. So you can see that what is the matlab what field you are in, and if you are aiming for a job in that particular field, so you will get a really good preference over that. For example, if you are in CS background right now, and you are aiming for a fan company, so yeah, that will be a good opportunity comparing to the on campus, because the on campus the placement cell, they will be preferring you over some guys over on the mechanical or civil engineering field. I'm thinking about e-commerce website and also blog website. Yeah, Amazon is an e-commerce website, so good to go in that. Even blog is a good thing. Like, not just blog, even if you are making, for example, some platform or some website for vlogs, in which they can upload their video logs in that, and you just randomly, not randomly, but you are making an algorithm which says that yeah, the most famous or the hot vlogs will be at the top, and you can connect with other vloggers. So that could also be a idea for a project. Okay, moving on. So yeah, any questions? So I think that the Q&A section was going parallelly, and it is good right now. I am happy to see most of the innovative questions, and you are actually trying to ask genuine questions that will be not only helping you but all the other participants also. How to start? Like, start with JavaScript or any basic language and learn stack. Okay, so yeah, if you are starting with the basics, so the basic three fundamental blocks would be HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Once you have completed that, that means that you have completely successfully completed the front end section of web development. And yeah, the MERN stack, this is a combination of four things. Well, this is an entire full stack development. So MongoDB, Express, React, Node.js, yeah. So that will be consisting of four things. So MongoDB means that the database section, all the things that you are storing in that, and that will be using that. Express and Node.js will be using in the backend section, which will be actually used in processing all the data that you have stored in MongoDB. React will be a front end framework. It is not a language, it is a framework from which you can see that the things that the React community has already built. So you can simply not just copy paste, but yeah, analyze it and make it into your own website. So framework means that you have the particular structure and you have to fill in the content as per your need. So that will be an entire full stack development if you want to become a full stack developer. So then you have to either choose mean stack, MERN stack, and stacks like this. There is even lamb stack. So yeah, that is it for the stacks. And yeah, so I think that's the end of this today's session. So if you want to contact us, so here's the email ID of IntrnForte and even the number. So if you have any question, be it day or night or anything, you can just simply email or call us and try to resolve it. Something like if you want to get into the web development courses, and if you want to learn about the placement opportunities that they are providing, so that will be a one-stop solution for this. Yeah, thank you so much for coming here and asking your doubts. And I hope that I have resolved most of the questions.